sip wine, wine, wine. Kick my feet up when I get tired. And as I regrind, take another sip, let my thoughts unwind, wine. Sipping and spilling it. Sipping and spilling the tea. Sipping and spilling it.
What is poppin', everyone?
What's poppin'?
How you niggas doing?
I'm feeling like a badass bitch because my mama made a motherfucking hoe. What's up?
Okay, period. I'm feeling good. You know.
You say nothing special?
Nothing special.
But you know what is special, y'all? We got a new game because we were doing Do or Drink, and then before that we were doing Drinking Off. But now we got another one, and it's called Lyrically Correct. So it is from like 90s and 2000 inspired songs. And so what we're going to do is I'm going to ask her a question. She gets it right. So what we're doing is called Lyrically Correct. And what it is I'm going to ask her a question about the song. If she gets it correct, then I have to take a shot. If she misses, she has to take the shot. But vice versa. So if I get the answer right, she has to take a shot. And if I get it wrong, I have to take the shot.
Wait,
but
you gotta explain me the rules too. Just explain to them. I don't even know the rules.
Oh, you don't know the rules? Just answer the question. Like you'll
Okay,
see
answer
what.
the question.
Yeah. Okay. So yeah, I'll let you
Okay.
pick first so you can see like what it is.
Okay.
I chose really easy cards, so we can try to just get into the.
Where did Bobby Valentina see her walking?
Down on Melrose. See, that's what it's like. It's like so.
Yeah.
It's like knowing the song, you'll know what the question is.
Right. Okay.
You see, so I got it right. So you have to take a shot.
I take a shot.
Yeah.
Okay. Funny, because you were singing Bobby Valentina earlier. Is
I
that
really
why?
was.
Is that why?
No, it wasn't.
I feel like you already saw that because she was singing Bobby Valentina
But
earlier.
I was. But I just feel like.
And then that's a Bobby Valentina.
I mean, I said I chose something easy. This is just for us to get like, preliminary. We just got this game, so we got to choose the easy ones.
Okay, your turn.
You gotta take your shot.
Oh, shit.
I'm gonna say, the fuck? Okay, so you choose one and then you ask me the question. Oh, no.
Is it your turn?
No, it's my turn. Yes, my turn. Okay. It says, what was the first thing that came to Usher's mind when his side chick and his... Sorry, I gotta read this again.
What?
Y'all, hold on, I gotta read it again. It said, what was the first thing that came to Usher's mind when his chick on the side said that she was 3 months pregnant and she's keeping it?
That wasn't his.
No, it says you. First thing that came to mind was you.
Yeah.
Take the shot.
No.
That is funny.
He did say that.
First thing that came to mind was you.
That's crazy. Can you imagine a nigga telling you telling your nigga he's pregnant?
And then he talk about
The first thing that came to mind was another woman. Girl.
that was
This is the same tequila reposado?
yeah, girl. We've
Why
been
do you
holding.
seem stronger
Girl,
than
I don't
usual?
know, but we've been holding on to it for a long time. But I need you to get it together because you haven't got anything right
It
yet.
seems like it's stronger.
Okay, so the next one, you gotta ask me. You like this game?
Yeah. Where was Brandy sitting when she was thinking about you?
Okay, I saw this one, so this one's easy for me. Sitting up in my
This is not
room.
fair. She saw these.
I did, but I
That's
needed...
how she was singing
Hold on.
Bobby Valentino.
Hold on, no, I needed the unfair disadvantage because I'm not drinking anyway, so I just was like, you know what? It's okay.
It's not fair.
It is fair. Take a shot.
No, it's not fair. You're gonna always get it.
Okay, this one is easy. What did Escape need from you?
I don't know.
What I need from you is understanding.
Girl, don't know any escape songs.
What? That's like a popular one.
Not for me.
That's crazy. See, Sammy, I need you to get it together. So next tomorrow.
I think you need to choose one of the game.
And the funny thing is, y'all, that she chose the game. So while she takes her shot, I'm gonna tell a story time.
I don't want to take a shot.
No, I'm gonna take. You don't want to take a shot.
No, but you can take a PSA.
No, yes, get into our PSA. So my PSA is, I don't know how to even start the story, but is it like a story time or is it a PSA?
It's a PSA.
Okay, my PSA.
It pissed us off.
It did piss us off. Don't think that I'm flirting with your friends when your friends are ugly. So I mean, that's what we were saying. Didn't we not say that? So me and Sammy went out on Friday, and we went out with someone that I am cool with. I say that very loosely because we're like kind of friends, kind of not friends, but we're friends enough to go out together. And so we did go on a date like once upon a time. And so he invited me and my friends out. And there was a point in the night where I was having a conversation with his friend, and we were talking about something. I think it was because his friend did something that really rubbed me the wrong way. That's why we were having discourse. And so when his friend ended up leaving, he got by me and he was like, yeah, stop flirting with my friends. And I'm like, flirting with your friends? Your friends are ugly. I mean, I didn't say that to him, but I said that to you.
Yeah.
But I just feel like, I think...
And his friends were ugly.
His friends were ugly.
Very ugly.
So for me, I think it's very important that y'all understand that if I barely want you, what makes you think I want your friends?
Okay, but does he know this?
Yes, he knows, because I remember he came into a crew like a week or two ago, and he's like, what's going on? What's the tea? Like, because he was talking about how he was about to go on a trip. And I was like, oh yeah, I'm about to go to Florida. He's like, what's in Florida? I said, not what's in Florida, who's in Florida. So he knows that.
Because he asked you, how's Tampa?
Yeah.
I was like, when I heard that, I was like,
exactly, because
he asked that question?
Exactly.
But,
so he very much knew. Like, that's what I'm saying.
But I'm saying, I don't think he knows his friends are ugly. That's what I'm trying to get at. I don't think he knows that. I feel like a lot of times men think every little thing we do is flirting.
That's
so
true.
The fact that you're having a conversation with his friends, to him, is flirting.
But this is how I feel. Wouldn't you rather a girl be able to speak to your friends than be so stuck up and act like she can't speak to nobody?
I don't think niggas want their bitch to speak.
You know what?
I don't think they want their
Good thing I'm not his bitch.
Yeah,
so
they don't want their bitch to even...
to breathe?
Look, make eye contact with the nigga. You know, so...
You know, I'm like that too, because my nigga, you can breathe a little bit, but not too much, not too much.
Right? I like a friendly nigga, but I don't like an overly friendly nigga. I want a man who's going to be nice to my friends and who's going to be a gentleman to my friends.
Yes.
But I don't want a man who's going to be, like, having conversations. Like, my man and my friends should not be having conversations, like, at all. You know what I'm saying?
Like, no conversation?
I don't think y'all should be having conversations. Like,
about
anything. What are y'all even talking about? I don't talk to my cousin's husband. Like, we don't be I can say hi, I can say what's up, you know, I can send him something, but I'm not gonna be having a conversation with him.
But I feel like what I did that quantify as me having a conversation with him, or was it just like...
You're definitely having a conversation with his friends. You were having a very passionate conversation with his friends.
Do you know what his friend said? Because, okay, this is what he said that, like, really triggered me.
Let's get into it.
Okay, so, you know, we were drinking, and then I took a shot, and he was, like, saying something about, like... And then he was like, we've been drinking since 4 o'clock or X, Y, and Z. And I'm like, so we're drinking now. He was like, it's not a flex to say that you can drink more than people. And I said, what?
How are you flexing?
That's what exactly. I think that's what triggered me, because he was saying that we were flexing because we were still drinking. I don't fucking know, but I just know it pissed me off.
Because you said you were just now drinking. So
exactly.
Actually, he's the one flexing on how long he's been drinking.
Honestly, I was pissed off, so it did enough to make a PS motherfucking A, okay?
You know what? And what does PS say? We want to remind y'all, that's something that pissed Sammy and Ami off. So, just a reminder, your friends are ugly. It's just gotta remind
And just another reminder, do not speak to Sammy's man. Ever. There's no conversation.
Don't you ever talk to my man. There's no reason for you to ever talk to my man. Are you crazy? So,
let's get our story time.
Yeah. So there was this man. You sent me this video, and do you want to rewatch it? Because I rewatched it right before.
No, I know what he said.
Okay, cool. So he was pretty much saying how, as a man, you should not approach women. He's like, if a woman wants to talk to you, then she'll talk to you. Like, there's no point of approaching women because we are the one who do the choosing. So because we select who we will talk to, there is no reason for a man to ever approach us, because what is the point? Which I think is absolutely silly.
Yeah.
I guess it kind of makes sense for him because to us, we're probably not used to it, but I feel like certain men do get rejected a lot.
Yeah.
And because he's the type of man, looking at him, will probably get rejected a lot. He feels like there's no point of approaching women no more because, you know, let them approach me. And I get that sentiment, but when you're a good-looking man, I promise you, we want you to approach us. Most women do not mind when a fine-ass nigga is approaching us trying to talk to us. So if you shoot your shot, you're probably going to make the basket. So I think it's just more of a him thing, let me X myself out before they X me. Because it's like, he was just saying, oh yeah, there's no point anymore because there is very much points. Because how am I supposed to know you like me if you don't approach me?
That's a fact.
How are you supposed to know a stranger likes you? His point was like, if a girl likes you, she'll approach me. If we're looking at each other at the fucking, let's say, club or whatever, that's a bad example, but whatever, And how are you supposed to know I like you? For me to approach, you don't know. You don't fucking know. How am I supposed to know by just by looking at you that I like you? So I think it's just more of he's used to rejection, and because he feels like they gotta approach me because most bitches reject me anyways.
So I feel like just because we're in a sassy man apocalypse, men like to be chased.
Yeah.
So I feel like more so it's like an ego thing for him. Like you said, he might be getting rejected, but I just feel like a lot of men nowadays want you to be on their ass. I have an example of that because there was a man that I told you, I was like, I was gonna make my PSA, but I didn't. So he approached me, he thought I was attractive, X, Y, and Z. And then he made in a comment, he was like, oh yeah, so we can exchange numbers. I said, well, I can give you my number. And he was like, why can't I give you my number? I said, because then you think I'm going to hit you up when it's the other way around. Men are supposed to be courting me, not I court them. And he's like, well, these are not how usually my interactions go. A lot of women say, oh, you're so handsome, you're so this. I said, so because I'm not giving you what you usually get. And you know what he was? He was Nigerian. So Nigerian men released me.
This is not his usual interaction.
Yes, he said that women are usually like,
you?
yes, he said women are usually so like, on him. And I said, I need every single Nigerian man to release me. Don't you ever approach me. Don't you ever come through me. Because I just feel like y'all want what I can't give you.
Is it African men or just Nigerian men?
I want to say more so Nigerian than it is African men because
Yeah.
I think because Houston has the lockdown on all the Nigerian men and it has a bad percentage of Nigerian men. So I can only speak for my experience. I might be wrong, but it's my truth, so it is what it is. But I'm not ever going to be doing no approaching when it comes to men, nor am I going to be doing any of the courting when it comes to men, because do you fucking see me?
It is strange times we live in when men want us to court them.
He literally said, I can give you my number.
Why are you arguing about whose number to give to who? Why is that even an argument?
I think it's because he was already planning on ruining my life.
Yeah.
And he was like, you know what? If she's not obsessed with me now, she'll never be. Men like when women like them more.
I think that's both of us. We both liked it.
I don't think that I like when a man likes me more because sometimes it be the wrong nigga liking me more than I like them and they do too much.
I always like it when my man like me more. I didn't say any man. I just we like when the person we like us more. I like it too. But yeah, that's so strange. He's a strange man. And going back to the whole situation. Women are not approaching. I don't think most men think like that. I think most men are understanding that they gotta approach us. I don't know. Is that what's going on? Do most men don't approach women?
I don't know. I mean, we have to ask men. I can't answer for them because
I can't answer either.
So that's where we're at. So what's your ick of the week?
My ick of the week is I just gotta go back to it. Shannon Sharp is my ick of the week. I just can't stand this old ass nigga. I just cannot stand the nigga. He looks like a fucking alligator. He is just old and crinkly, and he's just so set in his ways. I was watching this video, and he was like showing Chad all the purses he bought girls, but never gave to them because they didn't act right. Why do you have the purses with you? Yes, girl. He was showing him all the bags he was going to buy bitches. That he already bought the bitch, but he never gave it to her because she didn't act right.
He's the kind of person that will like hold something over you when he gives it to you too.
Yes, he is my motherfucking ick of the week. Like, he's just so old and just so set in his ways, and he's just not understanding that you are an old man, Shannon. And because you are an old man, you cannot be trying to talk to young bitches thinking you're gonna get the treatment of a young fine nigga that will get. We do not want to fuck you for what you look like. He looks like a fucking alligator. Just Shannon Sharp don't look like a fucking alligator. He's so scary looking, and his features are so sharp and strong. Man, I'm sorry. That's my
that is your ick of the week.
I feel so strongly about this. I cannot stand Shannon Sharp.
You know what? And your truth is your truth.
Oh
I don't find him attractive at all either.
He's not attractive. He's old. He doesn't realize what he looks like. He thinks he deserves better than what he really fucking does.
98% of men do not realize what they look like.
Oh my God, Shannon, you look like an alligator.
Anyways, so my ick of the week is cheap men. I absolutely cannot stand.
Shannon Sharp! Oh my God! That's him!
I cannot stand when a man is complaining about prices. Like, I went out with someone and they were like, when did this place get so expensive? And I just feel like we always say dating is a rich man's sport and or someone who's financially stable. I don't ever assume to pull out my pocket like book when I'm with a man. So when you are complaining about prices, I'm scared. I'm nervous because that means
Niggas are not allowed to complain about prices.
you're not supposed to. And if you are, please do it in your head. If I actively am hearing you complain about prices, my pussy is instantly dry.
Two things niggas can't do. They can't be scared, or they can't act scared, even if they are scared, and they can't complain about prices.
Complaining about prices is just too close to
I don't know.
poverty.
It's just so heart-wrenching when a man complaining about a price. It just gives us the ick.
Because at the end of the day, respectfully, it doesn't have to be a very expensive date, but as a man, why are you not looking up prices before you go somewhere to know what your budget is? Because I'm the kind of person that pushes things to the limit. I'm going to get an appetizer. I'm going to get 1 or 2 drinks. I always get bottled water. So I'm like, I'm about to see how much you're going to spend respectfully, but that's just what it is. Dating is a rich man's sport.
Maybe he was okay with the prices till he started ordering shit. He said, I can for 1 drink, 1 meal, and 1 dessert.
Remember?
He said, appetizer, hoe? 2 drinks, bitch?
I went on a date.
A bottle of water?
Remember that one broke dude I told you I went on a date with that one time? Say what? Mm-hmm. And I remember I was like, remember he didn't valet, he didn't do anything, and then I tried to take him to his car. He was like, no, thank you. Then when I saw the car he was driving, I said, oh no, I shouldn't be here.
Yeah.
Mm-mm.
Yeah, maybe they budget to what they can, and then when you start ordering multiple things, they start
okay, if you go budget for what you can, go for something under your means. So if we go over, then you're hitting your price point.
Oh yeah, but what if his price point is Olive Garden? He's not going with no bitch.
It would not be me.
No bitch is going to Olive Garden. Actually, bitches do go to Olive Garden.
Exactly, but I'm saying it wouldn't be me.
Yeah.
I'm going to say, look at me.
We don't do chain restaurants?
Yeah, we don't do chain restaurants.
Yeah, that's a problem.
I'm going to say, but look at me, look at you, see if it makes sense. And if it makes sense for you and your pockets, I welcome it. But until then, I need you to... All
right.
So,
well, the girls are back at it again with their messy ass episode of Sip and Spill, where we create conversations. Oh wow,
sipping wine.
I go by the name of motherfucking Sammy,
and I'm ambitious. I'm that girl. Trey.
Okay.
So let's get into some wine facts so we can get into some motherfucking tea time.
Tea time.
So today we are drinking house wine. Hold on, sorry. House wine. So I got this yesterday because it looked really cute. Because,
it looks cute.
It does look cute. So this is a 2020.
Is it the type of house you used to draw when you were a kid?
Facts. It really is. This is it's so nostalgic.
Yeah.
So this is a red blend. It has 13.3% alcohol percentage. This is gluten-free. This is a red wine with big, bold, jammy, and smooth. It is the original house wine, gluten-free. That's it. That's all it gives us. Yep.
Period.
All right. So Sammy's going to be drinking by herself. Yeah, Sammy's going to be drinking by herself because I'm fighting for my life. But it smells good. If I change my mind halfway through, I might.
You know what else smells good?
Ooh. This is a very beautiful color. It's so rich. Wow. Ooh. My question is what happened?
My pussy.
Is that gluten-free?
Well, you said it smells good. I said, you know what else smells good? My pussy.
Oh, okay.
I don't think you heard me, though.
I did not. Cheers to another messy-ass episode of Sip and Spill.
Ow. They shut the hell up.
Tea time.
Okay, guys, I've been feeling the urge. It's just like Kim and Shannon Sharp. I've been feeling the energy with these niggas. So there's this teacher, and shout out to male teachers. We need more of y'all. And he made a video. He recorded himself.
I think it's on live, yeah.
Yes, he recorded himself. Getting his hair taken down by his students, by only his female students, by the way. And it went viral. People were talking about it, and they were just like, "It's inappropriate." I think people are just divided about it. Half of people saying it's okay, it's just taking down the hair. The other half of people say this is inappropriate. It's a violation. It's weird. And he just came out and said pretty much that he had his kids take down his hair because when they're closed. He had a hair appointment coming up and he didn't have time to get his hair taken down. So it was easier for him to get the kids to take his hair down. He asked the kids if they wanted to do it. They wanted to do it. There was nothing wrong with it. It was okay for him to get his hair taken down by these children. And I feel a way about it, but I'm going to have you talk about it first. What do you feel about the situation about him getting his hair taken down by his female students while in class?
So... the only reason why I feel bothered by it is because there's a history of grooming, of where you get these kids' trust, they let their guards down, and then when they least expect it, you do some predatory shit. No one's saying that's what he was claiming to do. But it's so hard with the dynamics of like so many teachers having relations with children, even if they're of age or X, Y, and Z. I feel like it's a violation of power, kind of. It's a power struggle. And it's like, if your teacher and he's a cool teacher asks you to do it, why wouldn't you do it? What's the problem? You don't see the problem with it. But me, if my child was putting her hands on a grown man, you're a grown man. You knew you had a hair appointment. Take that shit down, pay someone to get, like, that is a different level. And it's not even saying it's intimate, but it's just what it looks like. It doesn't look right to me, for me personally. Go ahead, girl, because I can see it all over your face. Get into it.
No, I agree with you 100%. Whether it's innocent or not, that's not the point. It's a point. It is a dynamic of power struggle. There is nothing a grown-ass man is going to ask a child or a woman to do. Just let you know ahead of time. If you are ever out and a man asks you to help for direction, you don't need no help. There is nothing a grown-ass man is going to ask a child to help him do. We have hair appointments. We know how to make sure our hair is taken down for our hair appointment. No one is asking children to take their hair down for them. I mean, you know what I mean. No teacher is asking. Female student teachers don't ask their children. It's inappropriate. It's highly inappropriate. And it doesn't have to be sexual for it to be inappropriate.
Hello,
Everyone's
that's all I'm gonna say.
It's not sexual. It's not sexual. It doesn't have to be sexual.
It's definitely
inappropriate.
inappropriate.
It's weird. I do not want my child's hands touching a grown-ass man's hair. I don't know what you got in your hair. It could be dirty. We don't know. I'm sure you meant it innocently. I don't think he meant it as a sexual thing.
I don't think he did either.
I don't think he did either. But the fact that you didn't have to record it. That we are so craving for attention.
And you know what? He didn't even have to do it. Please, like, don't have children. And you knew there was going to be a reaction. Did you think that you were going to post that and no one was going to say anything?
There's this girl I follow, and sometimes she like has pictures and videos of like her with her students, and I think it's inappropriate. Me and one of my friends have had a conversation with what she posts sometimes. I'm like, it is not appropriate for your students to be giving you massages. It is not appropriate for your students to be. I just don't like it. I don't want my child to ever have their hands on a grown-ass adult in any kind of manner besides you helping them pick up something or you know what I mean. You helping them, anything that's appropriate, But after a certain age, like the age they're in right now, there are no reason for that grown-ass man and that child to be touching.
Yeah, that's a fact.
It's weird.
I
don't like it. I don't care if it's not sexual. It's wrong. You you had your hair appointment, nigga. Do it. Time your plan accordingly.
I heard that. Because I feel it too. I feel like because I even saw how like Cardi B was like, "There's nothing wrong with it, but I don't want my child doing it." I'm like, yeah,
because there's something wrong with it.
There is something wrong with
that,
and
I get it. In the Black community, us doing each other hair, it's a sense of community. It's like something that we do. And how many times did your teacher tell you it is not a beauty salon? This is not while you want to be doing girl. I get it, but it's okay when it's kid on kid. I've never had a teacher that I've did that. All my female teachers have never asked me to be in their hair. Never.
Nor has a man teacher asked me to be in their hair.
Right. Like,
y'all just getting way too comfortable being predatory. I'm sorry.
It's weird.
It is what it is.
Yeah.
So there was it was a daytime show, right? Mm-hmm. That will be
Don Lennon.
Don Lennon? Mm-hmm. Oh, I didn't even know. I just saw Whoopi Goldberg and I just watched her talking.
You didn't see the whole ass man in front of her?
I did, but she was like, she gives manly energy too, so she had the presence.
Do you think Whoopi Goldberg is a lesbian?
You know what? For a long time I thought she was, but she was married to like, I think 2 or 3 white men before.
Yeah, she is straight.
Straight as fuck. Mm-hmm. She just embraces her masculine energy.
Yeah, she's masculine presenting.
She was on the talk show and she was saying that she's at the point of her life where everything else consumes her, that she is not prioritizing being in a relationship or wanting to get married. She's okay with, what does she call it?
Hit and runs.
Hit and runs, because I was going to say hit it and quit it.
She called it hit and
She called it hit and run. She said, but you cannot stay the night. And that was like an idea that we always press that some women don't want to get married, or some women they want companionship in a certain level, but not all the way. And I also feel like it only comes with age, though. Because I feel like because she was married before and because she had those experiences, she can say that with full confidence. But I feel like women that are like 20 or 21 that said they don't want to get married, I feel like it's because they saw bad examples of what marriage is. Mm-hmm. So.
I feel like women of all ages can figure out if they want to get married or not. But I feel like when I was looking at the comments, they were saying this is not a flex, women. This is not good for you. I don't think a 60-year-old woman is worried about you calling her a hoe. She lived her life.
Yeah.
You know, even with her saying she was like, "Am I a whore? Am I this?" At that age, at 60-something years old,
You should stop
I'm
giving a fuck.
not worried about the word hoe. You know, I'm gonna do what I want to do. And at that age, she wants to do hit and runs, and I'm all for it. To me, I feel like just because you don't agree with someone's lifestyle doesn't make it wrong.
That's a fact.
Her lifestyle works perfectly for her, you know, and it's great for her. Is that something I want to participate in? No. But I think it's great. She realized that she does not want someone in her house. She does not want to be married to someone. She does not want to be attached to someone more than just something physical. Good for her.
And I feel like to stand in your confidence and your truth is very important because we need, like we said, representation matters. Some women, that's what they resonate with. And I feel like we got to stop
Especially
feeling
women
bad.
who've been previously married, like multiple times.
Yeah.
They get to a point where like, I just want this part. This is what I want. You know, us, we crave it because we never have it.
Yep.
We never had it. So it's like, okay, we want to know, we experience it. But us, I feel like if we were to get married and it went horribly wrong, I don't
feel
think
like
we would do it again.
I don't think we would do it again
We
either.
would not do it again.
Because I met men that've been married before and they're like, I would never get married again. I'm like, well, you're not about to deprive me of marriage because you had a bad experience.
Right.
Ain't nobody tell you to get married to her. Maybe I was your soulmate. You should have
Right.
waited.
You should have waited. I don't care if I was 20 years younger than you.
20 years younger is crazy.
But yeah, so her age, her experience, she's like, she wants hit it and quit it. I'm gonna say hit it and quit it because hit and run sounds like illegal. Because that's like hit and run, that's illegal. So hit it and quit it. So that's what it is. She wants to hit it and quit it, and good for you, Whoopi. And a lot of people are like, who the fuck's fucking Whoopi Goldberg? But who is fucking Whoopi Goldberg? I don't know. But who is? What kind of men fuck Whoopi Goldberg? I don't know.
I mean, she got a child, so
She clearly she's been fucking, but I want to know like the kind of man she's fucking. Like Whoopi Goldberg and a man. What kind of man do you picture? I picture like a skinny white man with glasses.
I mean, I would say a white man.
Yeah, skinny white man, glasses, big old glasses.
I only say white man because I've
Bald.
seen her be married to a white man.
Mhm.
And I don't know. I don't know.
That's the kind of niggas I think she's fucking.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
So Simone Biles, I love her. I love her, but I just don't like her mentality that much. You know, for someone who is just so great, it's weird when people don't see themselves the way you see them.
Mhm.
And I just want to, it's just like Nicki Minaj. I don't think Nicki Minaj sees the way we see her. And it's like, that's why she's out here doing the crazy shit she be doing, because she don't know she's Nicki Minaj. But yeah, Simone Biles was, I guess, on a tour to make us feel better about her husband. We already don't like this man, and I don't think we're ever gonna like this man. And she was saying how her husband is so nice, he's so sweet, that her husband is such a wonderful man that when a girl needed her car tinted, her husband went and tinted her car for her. And that is her example of how her husband is such a beautiful, human, nice, caring man. And I'm just like, bitch. Why wasn't the example of you?
Mhm.
Why is your example of how good your husband is him doing nice things to another bitch? And why is your husband tinted another bitch windows? Do you not see how that's weird? And he's doing it unprovoked. She didn't ask for her windows to get tinted. He said he just did it because he knows the relationship and how close they are together and how she sees her like a sister. So he got her windows tinted.
I don't know.
Let that sit in.
I just feel like if you have to defend your husband, that's the problem within itself. I feel like you're defending his actions and saying, no, he's a great man. He's this, he's that.
He's a great man. He did something for another bitch.
Yeah.
That's what you're saying. He's such a great man. He did something nice for another woman.
Yeah. Cause
That's your great man.
if my man is doing shit for other bitches, that's your bitch. That's not, you not.
You can't even talk to my man. So how you going to do, he going to do something, what? What? That is crazy. My man can't do shit for another bitch. Nothing for
Not
you.
nothing.
Not a damn thing for you. I don't care if your fucking cars get your tires busted. He's not changing your tires for you. He's not jumping your car for you.
You wouldn't let your man jump someone's car?
No. No.
Girl, what?
No.
I mean, that's
Suffer.
crazy. That's
Call AAA. I don't care.
even if it's your friends. If we needed to jump and your man had a jumper cable in his car,
I gotta go too.
girl, please. But that is like crazy to me because I just feel like most of my friends, I'm speaking for myself, we don't have the same type. So chances are we're not even checking for your man like that.
Girl,
so even if your man was a Simone Biles husband type, we would be like, oh, Sammy's man is just, just a nice man.
There are women whose mom fucked their husbands. Anyone can get it. Anyone can motherfucking get it.
So, I mean, that brings us to our topics of conversation. We might be wrong, we might be right. But we're saying he's probably just not that into her. If all of his examples about how he's the prize and how he's the good man and there's never anything relative to what it has to do for you, he might just not be that into you.
She said her man adores her. He worships a girl. I don't see it. Because a man who adores you not gonna wait a whole 3 days or 3 weeks after your fucking anniversary to finally post you, bitch. That shit got me.
I feel like Instagram and social media is so touchy because it's like,
it shouldn't mean shit, but it means shit. It wouldn't have meant shit if she didn't post.
Yeah, but I also feel like, do you know how bad my chest would hurt if I posted a nigga and tagged him and he did not repost it? Like,
that hurts. He did not repost anything, not even on his story.
Yeah, no, I can't.
Yeah, see, so we're just going to say he's just not into you, Simone. I'm sorry. I don't think your nigga really likes you like that. But let's get into the box theory.
So we saw this podcast video that was referencing a
dating
expert, Anmar White, where he said there is the box theory when it comes to men, where they will put women in 5 categories. So the first being the bottom tier, which is the desperate girl, where she said that you don't have to work hard. You are usually the one that's pursuing the man, which in my opinion, is giving Simone Biles. If you're in that, I'm going to put you right there, okay? And then right above it, not too far up, is the good time girl. So we all know when they always say, like, the friends with benefits or here for a good time, not a long time.
Right.
I would never want to be the good time girl because what the fuck? Like,
What the fuck?
like, what the fuck? And then there is the good enough girl where, I mean, you're good enough, but not good enough to be his girlfriend. And then on top of that,
or is it the good enough girl where you're good enough that you just settle because you're good enough? You know how men just settle on girls?
That's what they said. The good enough is like they're good enough, but
like some of them are good enough to be a girlfriend. They're just good enough of that. Like they're
just to be a girlfriend.
Yeah, you're just good enough.
Yeah,
I don't got to do too much. You don't got to do overwork myself. You just
Yeah,
that's how I thought of it. Like you're the good enough girl. Like they'll make you a girlfriend because you're just good enough. Just having someone there.
Just hearing the definitions of just saying good enough is like,
yeah, but
damn.
I feel like
it happens a lot. It does happen.
That's how a lot of guys date. That's why men are so shocked that we would rather be single than be with them, because they would rather be with the girl that's good enough than be single. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying?
That's a fact.
Yeah.
And then on top of the good enough girl is the dream girl, which is what I prefer to be for my man. I feel like if my man is not obsessed with me, if my man is not like enamored by just being in my fucking presence, I can't be with you. Mm-hmm. And then the one on top of the dream girl is the one out of his league. And that is, they said, someone that they will go for because of who they are, but will resent them because they're trying to humble them and or because they knew that the girl was out of their league and they brought them down to their level. Because they always say that when you're dating a man that can either bring you up or bring you down. And 98% of the time, I'm not gonna lie to y'all niggas be bringing y'all down.
Yeah. Your nigga, there's very few niggas that bring you up, but most niggas bring you down.
And that's why I like when we say meet a guy at their level, because I hate when people's like, oh, you can't be with a guy that's still building. I can't be with a man that's still building because you're building towards what you want. Yeah. And when you're building, you're with a good enough or the,
I had a guy tell me to my face that the only reason he talking to me because I'm good enough for what he can afford right now.
That's exactly what he said to her.
That's exactly what he said to me was, I'm good enough for but I'm not his dream girl. But
he literally said the girls he wants are out of his budget.
He can't afford. But hey, I'm talking to you and I can afford you. So a man will be, like I said, you're good enough for what they want right now. So I actually believe in this theory. I 100% believe in this theory. I feel like men, as soon as they see you, they kind of already put you in the box, and they kind of already know what their plan is for you from what they see you. So yeah, I think, and they treat you accordingly against these boxes. And the desperate girl, you think you're getting attention from him because you're always talking to him, but you're always talking to him because
you're initiating conversation.
So it's just really hard to date because it's like you don't really know what box he put you in because
That's
you
a
think
fact.
you're probably his dream girl, but to him you're the desperate girl. I don't know.
My question is, do you ever think that there's a time that you could shift the categories they put you in? Or do you feel like when a man always labels you, that's where you're going to always be in his life?
I want to say you can shift, but then maybe that's the us thing. Because, guys say like, oh, the first couple minutes I can tell if you're going to be my girlfriend or not. They say that all the time. Like,
They do.
I know what I want exactly when I see you. So with us, you can either be a guy that we just see for now and then change. I don't know if that change. I'm sure it can change. I just don't know if it happens often for us.
I don't know if it happens that often because I feel like if they always see you as that desperate girl, you're going to always be that desperate girl.
Yeah, just like the girl that was crying about. The girl was getting married and she was
She's
talking about
still crying about that nigga.
Crying about a nigga that dumped her for like however long, and he's bragging about how he dumped her and she was still chasing him. So he's marrying the desperate bitch.
But she was good enough to marry.
But she was good enough to marry, girl.
So have you ever dated someone that you felt like that was just not into you? And what was your experience?
I don't believe I've dated a man that was just not into me, but I believe I've dated a man who knew he didn't want the same thing I wanted, and he still just like kept it going just enough because he got something out of it.
Yeah.
So I think that's what it is. Maybe he wasn't into me the way I wanted him to be into me, and that's what it is. I've dated a lot of guys who are like that just, I feel like y'all just really pretend. And I'm like, why are y'all pretending? Y'all pretend for a certain amount of time and then y'all get done pretending and then it's like, well, it kind of like explodes because like we're trying to get you to understand like you're not doing this and that, but you don't even care to do this and this and that. So it's like, it's hard.
So I would say the same thing. I don't feel like I've ever dated someone that wasn't into me, but like you said, didn't want the same things as me. And because I didn't put too much pressure on it.
Yeah.
And they always say that when you are dating a man or you want certain things, you have to tell that man that up front. Because if you tell a man, I want to just go with the flow, I want to just that, they're going to just take you on that. And they're never going to try to fluctuate on that because you're like, well, when we first met, you said you were going with the flow.
And that's a side note. And that's exactly why I don't believe closed mouths get fed. You know when guys are like, the girl who asks for nothing gets everything.
She does not.
The bitch who asks for nothing gets absolutely fucking nothing. Don't let this man gaslight you into believing that when you don't ask for nothing, they give you something. Only very few men reward bitches who don't ask for shit. But most men give you exactly what you don't ask for.
They reward you on the back end when they spin the block, when they realize that you will settle for the bare minimum crumbs. And I feel like you have to be inconvenient for a man. I'm not saying that just like as a flex, but I'm saying you have to make someone work for your energy, your time, and your dedication. I feel like you have to be inconvenient because I just feel like
niggas don't like convenient bitches. They don't like
don't.
y'all.
I'm telling you, the more it's like we're in a generation. If you show a nigga that you like them, they feel like they have a one up on you.
Girl.
And I'm like, I don't give a fuck what you think this is or what it's not, because I can show you real motherfucking quick what it is. Like the moment you got me fucked up, your ass is grass.
Your ass is motherfucking grass.
Cannot stand you.
So have you ever dated a guy that you just wasn't that into, girl?
Have I ever dated a guy that I wasn't that into? Absolutely.
Girl, me too.
And this is so funny because we're being a hypocrite, because I said this earlier. I said I don't want someone to like me more, but I just feel like most times when a guy pursues you and they're pursuing the fuck out of you, you're just like, you know what? I might as well give him a chance because the other niggas that I'm dating ain't doing what you doing. So
it's nice to feel wanted.
It is nice to feel wanted.
I'm not into you, but you were into me. So the guys I'm into not really into me the way I wanted to. So I'm gonna get that attention from you because I want it anyways.
But isn't it a double standard when we're like, well, guys, why when they date?
Literally, we talked about that. We're gonna talk about it.
Okay, that's a fact. Okay.
Yeah. So. Actually, that's exactly what we're about to get into now.
Yeah. The
double standard when women do it. So, yeah, it is a double standard because we're allowed to talk to you when we're not into you, but you can't do it to us because it hurts our feelings. So,
honestly, I really think it's because when men do it, it's more malicious. Us, it's more of an ego boost. It's like
what makes it more malicious when men do it?
I feel like it's because I want to say, I might be incorrect, I want to say women are more relationship driven. Mm-hmm. So, like I said, we do a lot of things to put ourselves in positions to be girlfriends and or show them that we are worthy of good enough, give or take. So I just feel like we are putting ourselves in that position to show them that, like, oh yeah, like I can be wifey type. It's like not even more so trying to be picky me, but in certain aspects, we kind of do sometimes do that. Mm-hmm. We put ourselves in that pick me era with certain guys. We don't do it for everyone, but it's like some people you'll cook for and you won't cook for other niggas. Some niggas you'll clean up after they fuck the shit out of you, and some niggas you won't. I mean, let's be fucking for real.
Clean up after they fuck the shit.
I've literally done that before. I literally Yeah.
A guy fucked you when you went and cleaned afterwards?
Yeah, like
Immediately after.
No,
you got
not
up and
immediately,
started
not immediately
cleaning?
after, but like I was like, you know what? You did me a favor. I'm gonna pick up your clothes from the floor, and I've
That
done
is
it.
crazy.
It's crazy, but I did it, and I'll do it again.
Girl.
Yeah, no, that's what I'm saying.
I
So I
don't
just
know
feel like
about that.
I'm gonna say we do it without thinking about it, but then when you think about it, you're like, what the fuck did I just
Right,
do?
because I've done some pick me shit. I'm just like,
That's what I'm saying. But it's like we have to snap out of it really quick. But I'm like,
Real
we
quick.
do that when we're in the talking stage,
Yeah.
and they're like, they just expect it.
yeah.
So why do you think that people talk to people that they know that they're not interested in?
Ego boost. Like you say, women do it because we get an ego boost out the situation. Yeah, I do it because it makes me feel wanted. And I want to feel appreciated. You know what I'm saying? So it's an ego boost. It makes me feel good. And because the guy I want to give me attention isn't giving me attention right now, I'm settling for you giving me attention. And it's a double standard. It is, because if you were to do it to me, it's wrong. But if I'm doing it to you, it's okay for the now. I think because we're just so understanding that men are just terrible people. So when bad things happen to them, it's like, okay, whatever. It's you just actually someone is getting to get back for some of the bitch you fucked over. You know, so that's how I feel about it.
Yeah, I mean,
back.
honestly, it's the same thing you said, and I can just attest that it's just validation. It's just like it feels good to be wanted.
Yeah.
But we're not saying it's right. But when women do it, it's not that bad.
It's not that bad.
It's not that bad.
This is a women's stand account. I'm sorry.
Hello? So
They can never make me hate you.
Never make me hate you. So like we were saying earlier, that when people say something, you have to take it at face value, and you can't really say anything outside of that. Like someone will constantly say certain things or do certain things, but you have to really take it for what it is and stop putting these men on pedestals. I feel like so many times in so many words, we get excited about the bare minimum sometimes. Like, oh, he sent me a car, or I'm like, and I feel like as he should, you know?
Did you see that TikTok trend when they were like, remember when he bought me flowers? And the friend was like, remember he punched you in your face?
I saw that.
You know, y'all romanticize
Those one thing. Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
And that's what I was trying to tell you about that video. She was like telling me herself, I don't tell my friends about dates, or I don't talk about dates anymore because I'm over here selling this man to my friends when he's probably a horrible fucking person.
Yeah. Or he's not even putting that much effort.
He's not putting that much effort. He's just doing what men will do just to get the pussy.
Yeah. I think it sucks so bad that we have to always take people for their actions and not what they say. And it's like, damn, why is it that I can't believe what you tell me? I can only believe what I see. Like, a man would literally tell us something. We'd be like, we'll see. Yeah, because we're just so used to them lying about everything.
Okay.
That we don't even care about what they say anymore.
So if we're talking about that in the same scope, didn't we already talk, we haven't talked about it yet, but how men will show you something else, but they really don't mean it. Like, we always say like, well, he did this. Of course he likes me.
Yeah.
And you're like, there was it was a trend, like so many Instagram trends. It was, does he really like me, or is this a normal Thursday for him?
Yeah.
Like, cause you know how so many times men will build you up on this like certain like idea of maybe being with them or how much they like you just to ghost you a week later.
Just goes to a week later, and you find out that a lot of guys be copying and pasting what they send to the other bitches, like word for word, bar for bar, and it's like, oh my god! Or he'll be doing the same thing. He sent you flowers, girl. He sent 3 other bitches flowers too. Like, and that's the thing. Like we think we special, but we're really not. We really not, and we have to date as a woman. You have to date a certain way, because it's like it's either you date as if every man can potentially be your husband, or you date like every man. You have to have that barrier for every man. You know, that's our only 2 dating styles, because it's like we want to date as if we want to, meet someone, but we can't, because it's like when you put your heart out there like that.
So how do you feel like you date? I'm sorry, I know I'm going off topic, but how do you feel like you date then?
I definitely date with the wall up, 100%. I don't let anyone in.
That's so interesting.
Yeah, like
it's so funny when I hear you talk about how you date, 'cause I'm like the complete opposite. I will meet someone and in 4 seconds you're my man.
No, I'm tired of having the repeat cycle of finding new boyfriends. That's annoying.
I feel like I find the joy in finding a new boyfriend.
I don't find any joy in finding new boyfriends.
Because if you think you about to play me, baby, your competition's on the other line.
And that's great, but I'm tired of asking people the same, what's your favorite color? Well, what do you want to do? Get into, like, you don't get tired of those conversations. It's like I'm just sick of it.
I be having a motherfucking blast. I be having a motherfucking blast.
I'm at the point of my life is I'm not trying to talk to no one who ain't trying to be serious with me. Like, that's just what it is.
So my question is, so every time you are going into dating, do you make it an apparent thing that say, hey, I'm looking for a boyfriend? Or do
Look, every time I'm dating someone, I'm not looking for a boyfriend. Like, it's just some people that I just see, not every man is supposed to be your boyfriend. And
That's
I
a
know
fact.
some men that I can date, well, I know you would never be my boyfriend. I can have fun with you. But if that's not, that is what I'm doing, but that's not what I'm doing. If that makes sense. Because there's some guys that are like, okay, I actually want to talk to you for real. And there's some guys that I'm okay with. It's weird. There's some guys I'm okay with talking to, and it leads nowhere, and I know it leads nowhere. And there's some guys I'm not okay with that.
that is
Like,
so
I
crazy.
cut it off because I was like, this is not going to lead anywhere. Why is that? That's so
I don't
weird.
know,
There's
because
some
the
guys
moment I find someone I'm more interested in the person I'm talking to, I kind of dead it. Like,
there's some guys I'm okay with us wasting each other's times, and there's some guys where I'm just like, I don't want to waste my time.
no, I just feel like I'd rather me waste your time than you waste my time.
So you're wasting each other's time,
No, he's wasting his time.
and so are you.
I'm not wasting my time. I'm just I'm trying to find my husband. Like, you ain't never seen that meme? It was like, they said, texting the love of your life while you next to your man. That's
Yeah.
me. Yeah.
You're texting the love of your life while you're next to your man.
Yeah. Because these men don't be really my men. Like, when I have a boyfriend, y'all, I'm loyal. Okay.
She wanted to say you're relatively loyal.
I was gonna say relatively because
You didn't
it's,
say I'm relatively loyal.
but I am. I'm loyal, but no, you can't make that a clip. I gotta make sure you don't have my consent to make that a clip. Because knowing you, Sammy likes to embarrass me. She finds the worst shit without context, and people will attack me like this bitch. So yes, you don't have my consent.
That won't be a clip. That's crazy. That just be on YouTube. You gotta watch the whole thing to know what she said.
Bro,
That's
fuck
crazy.
you. So what are some signs that he's just not that into you?
If the nigga don't touch you, cause
What?
Cause two things the nigga always say, their love language is what? Quality
Time
time,
and physical touch.
So if the man is not touching you, you know he just not into you. Cause a nigga would touch a bitch that he think is ugly, just so they can have sex. If he's not touching you at all, that's scary.
But if you compare him touching you to the same fact that he touches the ugly girl, how do I feel any different than the ugly girl if he touches anything?
That's just how it is dating men. They'll touch anything.
Samantha.
He can just not be that into you, but
You're good enough to
you're
touch.
good enough to touch. Yeah.
So I would say he's not that into you if he doesn't chase you. I'm going to use this as an example because it's very, it's something that's going on right now. So I was dating a guy for like 4 or 5 months, and we would go on dates, but nothing very meaningful. It was just like dinner dates here, go out for drinks here, X, Y, and Z. And then fast forward, I started talking to someone else, and we went on a date, and the dates are very catered to me. Like, he knew I liked karaoke, took me to karaoke. He knows I like wine bars, took me to a wine bar. I feel like if a man does
That's
not...
a man that's into you.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. A man that intentionally plans things for you that are catered to you, you know he's into you. If he's just doing like the X, Y, and Z, he's not that into you.
And the thing is, if a man can't plan a date, how is he supposed to plan y'all's future? Think about that. He can't even plan a date. And y'all will make excuses for these guys who can't even plan a date.
They be making all the excuses.
All the excuses. You know what's crazy is, this is so off topic and side note, but I was on TikTok during Mother's Day, and there was a lot of TikTok of moms making videos about how they didn't even get a happy Mother's Day. Like, they're talking about their husbands bought flowers for their mothers and not for their wives. And I'm just like, how are you making excuses for these? If you can't even tell your wife happy Mother's Day, is that he's just not into you or he hates you? Like, I don't know what that is at that point. But yeah.
I mean,
Side
men will
note
get with
to the side
women
note.
just to fucking humble them.
But not even saying happy Mother's Day is insane to me.
Actually.
Not even buying her nothing. Not even saying the words. Going to buy flowers for your mother and purposely not. I feel like that's just being mean and cruel intentionally.
Intentionally.
But, yeah.
So what's another one?
Another one is he never initiates contact or doesn't ask you questions. That's my number one thing. When I'm dating a guy that's new.
You always say that to me. You do. You're like, I feel like I'm the one that's leading a conversation.
Yes. Once I've noticed that a man's not asking me any questions about myself, I just reply how they reply. And 9 times out of 10, the conversation always ends. Because I think it's so strange for me to ask you all these questions and you're just answering and never ask me a question back. I just do the same thing you do, and quickly the conversation ends. I'm like, you're not into me at all. A man who's into you will ask you, what is your favorite color? What do you like to eat? Where do you like to go? Like, there's no way in this world where a man's into you and doesn't even ask you a single question. That's so strange.
Also, but do you also feel like maybe men, no, because I feel like I'm making an excuse for them because men know what they're doing. That's what I'm saying. I was like, maybe they're not good at having conversations, but men absolutely know what they're doing. And I feel like a lot of times when you guys are in the talking stage, they try to see what they can get away with to see what you put up with.
Niggas know to ask. They got all the questions for their homeboys.
They do. And also, you see how them niggas dissected bar from bar, line for line, the fucking Drake and Kendrick beef, and they can't ask you a fucking question?
And they can't ask you a fucking question?
Them niggas was doing that like it was a fucking documentary.
Okay.
They was looking and finding fucking receipts, but they can't ask you a motherfucking question, man.
Girl, that ain't something like you.
So my other one is all the conversations are surface level, just the same thing you said. So I don't even have to elaborate on that. What's your
last one is constantly calling off plans. That's how I know I don't like you. When I am canceling the date, be fucking for real.
And my last one is, if you have to ever wonder if a man likes you, he don't like you. A man that likes you will make sure that you know he likes you.
That's true.
Just like, if you have to think, I haven't heard from him all day. If you go more than 24 hours without talking to me, that's a no call, no show. Just like your fucking job, you're gone.
Yeah.
It's lost. So I don't know why we make excuses for he's so busy. I dated a man that was busier than life, and he made time for me. It doesn't matter if it's 10 seconds out of your day to just communicate something and or X, Y, and Z. A man that likes you will never leave you wondering if he likes you.
You niggas have no excuse because Barack made time for Michelle.
I am crying.
And that will forever be my excuse. And he got the busiest job in the world.
That's a fact.
He made time for his bitch. So what's your excuse?
So why do you think it takes the other party to figure out, like, if the person's not that into them?
I think it's because it's an ego boost. They don't want to tell them. They like the chase. A little bit. Have you seen Baby Reindeer?
No.
Okay, so Baby Reindeer is this movie on Netflix. It's really good, and it's a true story. And there was about this man who has a stalker, and his stalker is this overweight woman named Martha, and she is stalking him. I'm talking about like sending him hundreds of emails a day, messaging his ex bitches, being in front of his house, doing all these things that are really scary, sexually assaulting him, doing all these things really scary. And he took him 6 months to go to the police. And anyone who has any sense of, whatever, would understand that if a bitch is stalking you, giving you hundreds of emails, coming to your house, you would already go to police. But he had a sense of liking it. He liked it a little bit that this woman was giving him attention. So I feel like for someone, that's why it has to be the other person. Because he could have been told her, like, actually he did kind of tell her. He did kind of try to tell her this wasn't going to work out. But it took him a lot to tell her because at first he was flirting with her. He was, feeding into it.
Yeah.
So it's like, even though he knew there was never be a world where he's with this woman, he was feeding into it and telling her these things that would make her feel good about the situation, possibly being with him. So, and I think it's kind of like it gives you a sense of like you're not responsible when the person finds out, like you don't feel as bad. It gives you a sense of like, guilt is released.
Mm-hmm.
It's like, how a guy wants you to break up with him, but he doesn't want to do it. He just does things to make you break up with him.
Yeah.
I think that's what it is. It's like, I don't want the guilt of telling you I don't really like you, so you figure it out yourself.
And I can say I do that all the time too. Mm-hmm. I would rather you figure out I don't like you by my actions than me to actually say it to you because I just feel like I don't want to be the bad guy.
Yeah.
I just feel like it's easier to say, well, I showed you I didn't like you,
right.
So
I don't reply to any of your texts.
Exactly. I've never. It's like when they say, "Why are you playing with me?" I've never given you any reason to think I played. You overplayed your role, thinking that it could change my mind when I just sat back.
Yeah, and let it happen.
That's actually what it is. So, how do some people date people that they're not interested in?
How? Or why?
Why?
Convenience. I feel like a lot of times people date people out of convenience. Men and women, we're both guilty of this. We date someone because we need a place to live. We date someone because they make us feel nice. We date someone because they recently broke up with our ex. We date someone because for whatever hole they are feeling at that time, and so we date someone. So, and a lot of time it's because of convenience. There's a lot of people who are shacking up simply because rent is expensive.
Yeah.
And they barely like this person. There's a lot of people who are shacking up because it's a good look. There are people who are shacking up because they would rather be with the person than be alone. Like, it's just convenience for them. You sad at night, so I want a partner. Even though this partner is terrible, I don't want to be sad at night. I don't want to sleep alone. I, want to have company. So, and they fill a role, they help you out. There's a lot of people who date people because, they understand being married to someone is they get more money from the army or like whatever it is. It's just not even anything that's more serious than the surface level. It's convenient for me.
Yeah. I can say when I dated someone I wasn't that interested in, it's because I changed my mind. And he made me feel good about myself. When I first started dating him, I did not really care for him. And I mean, Sammy can always attest. Sometimes when I start dating someone, I'm like, I don't really like him. But then like one thing shifts and I'm like, oh yeah. And I just start saying all the great things about them, even though they were doing...
Interests can definitely change.
Interests can definitely change. So I just feel like for me, if you make me feel good about myself, you can get a lot further than these niggas that just be niggaing, okay? I don't give a fuck, and I said what I said. So it's up to you to figure out as a second party if I'm really that into you or if it's what you're doing for me. Because sometimes it's what someone's doing for you outside of if you actually like them. And I feel like that's why sometimes you have to be very... you have to protect your energy sometimes because you don't know if someone's actually using you or they actually like you. Yeah. And that's so fucked up that you have to say that in this generation of trying to figure out if someone likes you. But
or is using you. That's real.
That's
what dating is. You got to figure out if that person actually likes you.
Yeah.
That's weird.
That's weird because why wouldn't you like me?
Why are you pursuing me if you don't actually like me?
Because what people do for you. Like I'm saying, if you give me all the bells and whistles without me dating you, why would I buy the cow?
Yeah. That's a lot of you bitches that be complaining about niggas not marrying you.
So how do you cope with someone not being that into you?
I don't. I just don't want to cope with it. I luckily, I don't know. I guess the best way to get over niggas is to get under a new one. So yeah, that's just my coping mechanism. Just find someone else new. Yeah.
My coping is just to work on yourself. Because what did Beyonce say? Your best revenge is your paper. So honestly, if you work on yourself and you do what you got to do, that's not going to be a worry if they like you. It's about if you like them. So you want to get into some questions?
Yes, girl.
So my first question is, why do you think people go after people who vocalize their disinterest?
You know what? I don't know. Because that's so strange to me. Because I've seen it. Like with my own eyes, they tell you with words that I don't want to be with you, but somehow you hear something different and you still, maybe it's a mental illness. It has to be. It's just so strange to me. Even with this video of this guy and this girl, he was just pretty much telling her how he just doesn't like her. He'll talk to other girls, and she was just like, "Yeah, but I can change that."
I don't like when someone thinks they can change my mind.
That's so strange. That is so strange. But yeah, my question to you is, when you realize he doesn't like you, should you make an effort to change his mind or leave him alone?
That's so funny. That's something we just said. I think you should leave someone alone because I feel like if you can leave with anything, leave with your dignity. I would never want a nigga over here saying she changed herself for me and I still didn't want her. Like, imagine a nigga just talking to his friends about... I always think about things that I do and how they will explain it to their friends.
Yeah.
And it doesn't...
That's my biggest fear, the group chat.
Because I know how our group chats be.
Yeah.
So my chats will be fucking hurting. Because there was a guy I tried to stop talking to, and I literally told him, I said, we are not on the same page. We don't align. You just need to give me some more time. X, Y, and Z. And I'm like... It's giving begging.
Yeah.
Like, don't beg. If someone wants to leave, you let them leave. And he was not trying to hear that shit.
Sometimes I want you to leave, but sometimes I want you to fight.
I don't want you to fight.
I just feel like sometimes you got to put a little fight in the thing. And depending on how long the relationship is, like if we're just talking, nigga, don't fight. Please leave me alone. But if we're like
in a relationship, yes. If we're talking, no.
Don't fight. Yeah,
don't fight. Because the thing is, women come to that conclusion way before men know that we're at that conclusion.
Yeah.
I've been thinking about for weeks for breaking up with you.
Yeah.
And I just finally had the courage to do it this day.
Do it. So yeah, always fight when in a relationship. But I feel like if we're just texting, nigga, don't fight. Just die. Please.
I don't have a second question.
Me neither. So we can just end it right now.
Okay, so thank y'all for following us on this journey about he's just not that into you or she's just not that into you. And if you are going through these stages of grief, please stand up. I need that for you. I need that for her. I need this for all of us because at the end of the day, you're going to find someone that like you. You just got to take the time, discernment, and figure that shit out.
Even if you're a Whoopi Goldberg.
Girl,
Someone
please
is
leave
fucking
her
with-
alone.
Someone is fucking Whoopi Goldberg. Did you see she got the sides of her hair shaved?
I saw.
And
Girl,
the hair
please.
up here?
If you guys can, follow us on all social media platforms at The Real Sip and Spill, except Twitter, which is...
Sip and Spill one.
Give us a 5-star rating. Get us some 5-star bitches. Ow.
I sip wine, kick my feet up when I get tired. And as I recline, take another sip, let my thoughts unwind. Sipping and spilling it.